Hello there. I'm so glad that the algorithm has led you to me. I am the Page of Cups as of right now, and this is a, a quick, fast reading. These are for those of you that are identifying in the water, but I am more specifically doing the Pisces because Pisces are my thing, and that's what I am. And we are going to do a quick reading, a few minutes, and we're going to see just where things are going. All right, in case you're listening to this, it's probably the beginning of November that you're watching this. It's been feeling a little bit crazy. If you're here in the US, you know that the election is oh, here we go. Oh damn, two jumped out. Okay. So, as you can see, the election is a couple of days away. And of course, because the election is a couple of days away, things are getting a little wonky for everybody. And you may feel like you're out of place. You may feel drowned. You may feel fatigued. It's also heavy. There's also a new moon, which gives you a much needed chance to rest up and, get your bearings together. It is also the holiday season. So some of you guys are probably like, oh God, here we go. The financial strain, dealing with families, especially in this political climate, social climate, where everything is all over the place. I can tell you right now, you can tell that the world is about to fall apart because, as you can see, I'm in need of a manicure. So I'm trying to be relatable right now. If you're feeling it, you're feeling it. So the fact that I need a manicure basically means the world is falling apart. Hopefully the next time I come in here and I do this with you guys, the nails will be on point and the world will be right again. Here's hoping. All right, so we just pulled two. One more shuffle for good measure, and let's see where the third is. I am going to do an eye spread, which is basically 3 across, 3 up, 3 down in the shape of an eye. And I'm using one of my favorite cloths to do this. Flip that around. And here we go. So the spirits are listening. And also, let's see what the universe is trying to tell us. Those with the water placements, the Pisces, the Cancers. The Pisces, the Cancers, and all the other ones. If you have high placements. So let's see what's going on with you guys. All right, so there's a lot of stuff happening here. First up, we have the Strength card, Justice, and Ace of Pentacles. Basically means we are grounded right now. So what's going on right now is that as of right now, your strength is up. It may feel like you're feeling a little. You may not feel that your strength is up, but you know what? You're still soldiering through. And that sort of thing happens all the time. You may feel like, oh God, I don't want to do this, but you still soldier through. So that's good. Justice, since we are really in a very unique time period, especially here in the US, because we have the election this Tuesday. If you voted early, congratulations, good for you. If you have not voted yet, that's perfectly fine. If you're planning to vote the day of, you know what? Thank you for that. Just know that justice is on your side. So this is feeling really, really good. This is feeling really, really good. The justice also means karma, consequence, accountability, the law, the truth, history, honesty, I should say, integrity, cause and effect. Very fitting considering the week that we're in. So we'll see what happens. It's also Scorpio season. That's the third. And then you have the Ace of Pentacles, which means that there is some sort of monetary gain coming to you. It may not be like money-wise, but there are definitely some opportunities coming to you. There is a path that is open. And here's hoping that everything is working out for you. So there are some new opportunities, resources, abundance, prosperity, serenity, security, stability, and manifestation. That's exciting. That's exciting. So let's look at what our gut is saying. So this is where we are on this physical plane. Let's see what our gut is telling us. You have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is really good because it just means that there is a cycle happening. So we're definitely going to be going through some ups, some downs, some 180s to some 360s. So we'll see where we're going with that. So There's that. The Knight of Wands, which means it's the last stand of persistence, grit, resilience, perseverance, near success, and fatigue. Yes, I can tell you that right now, considering that justice is right above the fatigue. I'm pretty sure some of you guys are socially tired, you're mentally tired, emotionally tired, but it's looking like things are going to work out the way that they should. We're going to let the chips fall where they may. If the candidate that you want is seeming like they won't make it, they won't win, I would not be, I would of course be upset about that, but I would use that as an opportunity to just, like look for a new way to get along with that and make it so that you guys can, I think this would be a good time for you to either enter into the foray yourself, fight harder, look into what we can do to remedy that situation. And then you have the High Priestess, which is hidden away here, but she's right here. So the High Priestess, which means like there's a whole bit of knowledge coming. I'm trying to point the camera. Here we go. So basically, you have the unconscious, intuition, mystery, spirituality, high power, and the inner voice. So there is something within the gut here. The fact that we're actually doing a lot of like major arcana stuff here is pretty good. Oh wow, I just saw something really cool. So along the middle path here, this middle third here that we're in, you have the Nine of Wands below, but you also have the Two of Swords above. So, like this is so fitting, the fact that we're this close to the election and whether or not what our new government is going to be shaping like. You may, on the other hand, on your own self-governance, may be feeling like there are two decisions to be made, which for that I wish you the best. I wish that you sit and you think about it, you weigh all your options, and yeah, you may be tired, but it's coming. Whatever it is that's been bugging you, whatever it is that's been like your crossroads, whatever's been bugging you for like the past few weeks, days, weeks, months, it's going to work out because along with the Two of Swords, we also have the Sun. The Sun is so huge. I love the Sun. The Sun card basically for happiness, success, optimism, vitality, joy, confidence, and truth. So that's a good sign. That is a good sign. So I wouldn't be too, whatever has been bothering you, it's going to work out. Because we have the Wheel of Fortune card here, which is dealing with all about like reversals of fortune, good to bad, bad to good. But the fact that we have like so much good happening here, it's all based on this decision that you have, like somewhere poking around in your head. You're wondering, should I do this? Should I do that? Should I do this? Should I do that? And you don't really know. And you know what? It doesn't matter what you decide to do so long as you think about it. It's stressful. It's fatiguing. It's annoying. I get it. But it's going to work out. It will all work out, and it may work out to your great benefit. It may work out to you. It may work out to you in a monetary way, and it could also be like you're tapping into your inner. You could tap into your inner energy. As you can see here with the High Priestess card once again. Here we go. High Priestess. Yes, as she sits on her throne, surrounded by knowledge, between the two pillars of strength. So we're just going to lay that down there. Six of Cups. So up here as well, here when you're dealing with the Wheel of Fortune and the Strength, up above all of that, you have the Six of Cups, which is basically nostalgia, memories, familiarity, healing, comfort, sentimentality, and pleasure. Maybe what this is possibly telling me from above is that you may be dealing with a decision right now. And the fact that we have like two cards that have kids in them, that have children in them. It's very telling in that there is a part of you that is willing to either go back to your inner child. You may want to find your inner child work, do some inner child work, try to deal with if you had any like generational trauma, if you had anything that makes you feel like, you know what, I'm getting from this, like maybe some taking on some hobbies, that might be great for you at this point in time. Like you're a kid. You, I think this is like the perfect time for everybody to just deal with their inner child, I think, because everything has just been so stressful these last couple of years. Well, these last, few years, of course, you had like these massive world events that are happening. It's like if you do have somebody that is still struggling from these, like my heart goes out to you. I'm just letting you know that. If it just so happens that you're still dealing with disease, you're still dealing with war, even within the war of yourself, war within your families, war within your countries, as it looks on your end, there's a little bit of sunniness to go with it. I know a part of you wants to just make a decision already, and a decision you possibly can make, it looks like it can work out for you in the end. It can work out for you in the end, and you'll find that there will be some sort of maturation. Like you'll see some wisdom and some growth within it. You just have to go through it. It's like you have to overcome your fatigue. As you can see, like here, if I pull this card up and put it in front of the camera, just do that. As you can see with the Nine of Wands here, like you have her in the resting position, and she's visibly fatigued. Like, I'm over all of this. It's very scant. You have some leaves hanging around, all that. You have some leaves, which could be like, now that we're entering into the fall, you're probably already over it because it's the holiday. With the holidays and the election coming up, we just got through Halloween. It's kind of feeling like, sorry about that. It's kind of feeling a little much. You may be feeling like, oh my God, this is way too much, way too soon. Trust me, I've been feeling that. I've been feeling that myself, as you can see with my nail here, like this chipped nail right here. Yeah, I've been feeling it. It's been feeling like it's been a lot. It's been a big burden, and you don't know where to go, which is how you're here with the Two of Swords. You're in the middle of a stalemate. You got choices to make. You don't know where to go, if you should come, if you should go. But if you look up here, and there's a mystery going on. So, you have the moon over here, plus you have the moon down here with the high priestess. So the fact that you have these two going, like that whole air of mystery, you don't know. The fact that they're in the crescent position rather than full, meaning you can only catch a glimpse of what's going on. As you can see from her shoe right here, you can only see like a little bit. You can see just that one shoe, and everything seems to be shrouded. As you can also see here with the Two of Swords, you can see like one shoe is tucked in, one shoe is tucked out. Something is demanding you to try to get into a meditative state. As much as you try to resist it, you deserve it. You deserve to go into like a quick little meditative state. That's what the higher self is calling on you to do. It's calling on you to take a rest and to just sit back, make a choice, think about it, because the high priestess at your gut is telling you this is a chance to be introverted. We didn't pull the Hermit. Matter of fact, let's look up what's at the shadow of the deck. Let's look up at what's at the shadow. Let's look at the shadow. Three of Pentacles. So this is what's sitting at the bottom of the deck. So the Three of Pentacles. Teamwork, shared goals, collaboration, apprenticeship, effort, and pooling of energy. This could be a really good time. As you can see, like, as we're in the middle of this season where camaraderie, coming together, working together, it's hella important. I would just say, take the time, work together, possibly find a new opportunity, because we are pulling up, because we just happen to be pulling up. Let me just switch cameras. Oh. So it just so happens that we're pulling up pentacles here. We're pulling up pentacles here. So there's something here that you should manifest for. And you should definitely have your people, definitely start involving people. I know it's a lot. You just want to stay within yourself. And I know earlier I did say something to the effect of like, you got to go inward and you have to search for yourself. Yes, I say do that. But at the same time, don't be afraid to let people in. You do have the strength for it. And it's not going to be as daunting as it is if you do work with someone or if you do have people in your corner to help you out with that. And the holiday season is actually like a really good place to start with that. And we'll see what happens from there. Also, see what else am I getting here? There is a childlike energy from yourself. So remember when I said get into your meditative state over here? You may also want to tap into like your inner child because your inner child is demanding it. Your higher self is calling upon your inner child because it's showing up here and it's showing up here. Your inner child wants something. And if you do right by them, you'll stand to benefit a lot more. So if you want to get tapped back into like hobbies, if you want to tap back into like home, if you want to tap back into yourself, if you want to tap whatever it is that you need to do to satiate that inner child, go ahead and do it because it'll help with your decision making. Sometimes it is the simplest thing in the world to just go within, ask your inner child. It might be asking a lot of them, but at the same time, they're more than excited to hear from you. They're more than excited to learn their input. Maybe you feel like your inner child wasn't listened to when you were growing up. And now that they're a little older, and now that you're a little older, they want to hear from you now. And they would love to value your input. So definitely look into that. There's that. Okay, we didn't play around here in the main part, which is the strength, the justice, and the ace of pentacles. So you have your inner strength. There is no matter all of this, the fact that this is what jumped out first, the strength card, basically that means you've always had it in you. And it's just a question of trying to channel it right now. You just got to tap into that. And, it may feel like tapping into that, having that base, the fact that it's jumping out at you means that you have it or you're looking for it and you need it. You have your inner power ready to go. Hence why you have the Six of Cups here, meaning that your inner child is proving to be your inner strength. Do you see how it's like here? If you notice here, there you go. If you notice here, how like which cat is this? I think this is the leopard. The leopard here is very calm against her. She doesn't need to do much. She could just stay in her realm and just find her inner energy, and the cat will, and the chaos that the cat represents calms itself down, because once it sees you, it calms down. You might find that with going into this season right now, there are people that are looking to you, looking for you to be their calm, which goes back to the teamwork. They're probably looking forward to you and listening to you to be their guiding point, their guiding light. Maybe they're asking you to kick off the holiday plans, set up the tone. Take advantage of that because you have the inner strength to do it. All right, justice. Let's look at a little bit of the justice card right now. The fact that there's balance here, balance versus, so as you can see, she's holding a sword. So the fact that swords are usually of the mental capacity. She's holding it up, which means she's in definitely control of her emotional and mental state. I know for some of us that's really hard to believe or hard to do, but go ahead. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing bad about it. Tap into that because whatever you decide to do, it'll be balanced. Also, I don't know if you guys picked up on this, but I'm going to just show you guys right now. Let me see if I could switch cameras. Yes, perfect. It does it for me. I love these cameras. So as you can see right now, you have the strength card. Let me just bring that over here. So you have the strength card. Check this out. You have the strength card here. She's next to a cat. You have the justice card. Justice card here next to the cat. You have that. Oh, also like these two pictures are way too much alike. These two pillars. You have these two pillars here, which represent ivory towers, which represents truth, tradition. You're within your truth. You're within your traditions, and that's perfectly fine. You have that means you're going within your own scruples, your inner morals, your inner compass, your moral compass, and you're in control of that. As above, so below. Also here in the strength card, ooh, it's hard to do things within cameras. So as you can see here in the strength card, you're between two trees. Trees are more about life and nature. Trees give us so much. They give us oxygen to breathe. They give us shade when it's super sunny. They give us protection when it's raining. They give us fruit to eat. They provide so much to us, and they provide so much to nature because they're housing for birds and other animals. And they help the earth cool down by, emitting oxygen to cool the earth down. They do so much. So within that tradition of the justice, you still have to take some time and appreciate the natural as well. We have what's constructed, we have the construct, and we also have the natural. So it's just a question of finding a balance between what is structured, what is already set up for you, and what have you already set up for yourself, and what you're willing to give yourself leeway on so that you can grow, provide protection, relief, and fruit to not just others, but also yourself. So that's my read. That's what I got. All right. Hello. Yeah, so that's that. That's with that. That's with that. And also, we also have the Ace of Pentacles here. Hey. Yeah, I'm hanging out in the studio right now, and people just like walk by and say hi. Yeah, okay. And you have the Ace of Pentacles. You have the path here. I'm always excited to see the path. Then you have like the finely manicured hand. As you can see, I know I'm not showing it because I have this like chip mail here. And I got a little chip here. I got all this. Like the world is falling apart right now. And that's how you know. The state of my hands show you the state of the world, and right the state of my nails. But if you look at this Ace of Pentacles here, you see her finely manicured hand. There we go. Her finely manicured hand, adorned with the gold, handing you the world, the earth, stability. So keep that in mind, you guys. You may feel like, oh my God, there's nothing coming to me. That's not true. There's a path. The path is done in flowers. Everything is smiling upon you. It'll work out. If you feel like you're not, I know we're heading into the holiday season. Money is like always a big stress factor because you feel like if it's the holidays, you have to do it big, go big or go home. No. The cards are telling you don't do all of that. There's so much balances between the cards. There's so much balancing. There's so much to balance. You have the balance here within the High Priestess between these two pillars. You have it here in the Justice. You have it between these two trees. You have the two swords hanging out here. You have it here. You also have it. Yeah, you have balance everywhere. You have paths. Don't worry, there are paths. There are paths here. There's a path here at the Ace of Pentacles. There's a path here in the Six of Cups. The steps up to the home. So think about yourself. Think about your home. If this is a great time that you need to feel like if you have to declutter, do it. I'm not saying, declutter your whole house in one day. I'm not saying do a whole purge. What I'm saying is if you're staring at a corner and it's just full of stuff and it's bothering you, trust me, I have this problem all the time. I have how people have like a chair in their house where it's the other closet. I have two chairs. And the other day I was like, I'm so tired of this chair having like this mountain of clothes. I chucked it all up and I bunched them up, chucked them into the hamper, and I've been working like heck. I've been working like hell to keep that chair as clear as I can. It becomes a landing spot for toys, for a bigger toy, and backpacks and our work bags. And so far, so good. But I still want to like pick up and chuck. I still want to do that. Do yourself a favor. Find somebody to do it with. Find if you need to like declutter, if you need to clear your mind, if you need to find balance. I'm guessing like underneath, look for a squad. The squad could be like one person. Like you never know. That squad could be one person. There could be somebody calling out to you. The same people that are calling out to you to set the mood and their trajectory in their life for this end of the year. You know, you could also be, that could be your person to hold you accountable. You know, you don't want to be a stickler. You don't want to just sit there and just be like, oh my God. No, what you want to do is you want them to hang out. You want them to guide you. You want them to like make sure that it's okay. Because again, most of these cards here are all about the balance. They're all about the path. You know, I got a path here. I have balance here. I have balance here. I have balance here for you. I have the Wheel of Fortune is all about the balance because for every good there's a bad and for every bad there's a good. It's annoying. I'm not gonna lie to you. The Wheel of Fortune card is a great card, but at the same time, it could hold so much. You know. So according to this card, which I'm forgetting to actually just give credit to Y Spell or We Spell. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Sorry. But I just love this deck. It's one of my favorites. I use it all the time. And one of the reasons why is because it gives me like a little cheat sheet. Because, you know, I'm still, you know, because sometimes you're staring at the card. I have my own interpretations. You may have your own. But the overall keywords here are change, cycles, fate, decisive moments, luck, fortune, and unexpected events. So, decisive moments. Decisive moments. You have decisive moments. So you have the Wheel of Fortune here telling you to decide. And you also have the Two of Swords telling you that there is a decision to be made. There's a lot here. There's a lot here. So all I'm saying is that for the next 8 weeks we have left in 2024, where it's proving that a lot has happened. You know, it's like I feel like these last 5 years have just been such a fustercluck of everything, and I feel like we're in the other end of the Wheel of Fortune. We're at the bottom half here of the Wheel of Fortune. Like it feels like we're in the upside down. And I'm really hoping that maybe in 2025 we can finally get back to the right side up. But at this point, you know, I don't know. Like, you know, chaos is a thing in this world. Chaos is a thing. And as of right now, the name of the game in today's reading is balanced. Is balance. You know, there's fatigue in here. It is the holiday season and it's already exhausting. You know, you have the shadow here telling us that it's going to be about teamwork. So if you have a squad that you can rely on, call upon them and see what you guys can do these next few weeks. You know, it's going to be tough. It's going to be hard, but it's not going to be so hard because there's going to be a new opportunity afoot. You never, ever, ever know. I mean, like I can see new jobs spawning, new opportunities spawning. You know, I always say New Year's, and opportunities doesn't necessarily have to be the job thing. You know, sometimes a new opportunity could just be a new shot at a relationship, a new shot at, you know, like maybe you just want to chuck everything in your house or apartment, start over. There's also a new opportunity for that. I'm in the middle of that. Like change your apartment, change your world, change your room, change your world, you know, change your thinking. It could be that. I mean, something inside of you is demanding that you relax and calm down and take a little bit of a meditative stance on things, you know? And I know it's easy to resist it, but that resistance will constantly put you in a state of flux. So, yes, you should make a decision, as it says here, but at the same time, give yourself a little bit of slack, allow yourself a little bit of rest because of the fatigue. Yourself is demanding that. Even though yourself is saying make a decision, your gut is telling you, man, take a rest, look inside. It's like it's all going to work, it's all going to balance out. There's going to be a good, there's going to be a bad. There's going to be a good, there's going to be a bad. You just have to take every decision as it comes. Whoops, I switched up these two. The strength card is also telling you that there's a balance. There's a natural balance to things, as the Wheel of Fortune says, because you can tell by these two trees here. And you are still in control no matter what. Same thing with this Justice card. Yes, you have the traditions. Yes, you have your traditions, and you have the balance of traditions, like what we're taught, what society says, your inner moral compass, your right from your wrong, your ethics, your scruples, all that stuff. But at the same time, you're still in control of it because of the cat here. So the fact that we have two cats hanging out here, both in a restive state. The cat represents your inner. What do cats represent again? Cats represent relaxation. They also represent intuition. They also represent the higher self. Your higher self is at rest because you're balanced, and you just got to tap into that because you can open yourself up to something brand new. So long as you keep your balances, you understand the natural balances, you understand the balances of yourself that is expected of you or that you expect for yourself, new opportunities is going to come and find you. The path is there. The path is there, So just trust the process. Because your inner self is basically telling you, yeah, it's here too. The balance is there too. You just got to do some inner study. You got to look into it. You got to find out what your inner morals are saying. You got to find out what your inner goddess is saying, I should say. It's like, I know it's tiring and it sucks. It's exhausting. It is so exhausting. But you got to do it. You have to do it because in order to get to, because, your inner self is saying that there's a balance. There is a balance. It. It's here. And your inner child is telling you, there is a balance. Your inner child is saying it too. Your inner child will be fine. Your inner child is calling on you and telling you to make a decision, and but whatever decision you make, you'll be fine. Just meditate on it a little bit. Trust it. Trust me, I have issues with meditation myself. I can never figure out if I'm doing it correctly or not. But, sometimes meditation takes on different forms. I know, like, my meditative self is when I'm writing. Like if I'm journaling or if I'm working on a project or stuff like that, that's my meditative state, But I allow myself to have that little bit of rest as well. All right. So it's looking like the theme of today's reading is justice, balance, opportunity, and community. So long as you have that, you should be fine. You do have an inner moral compass. Another way to look at that is moral compass. You have it within your gut. It's right. That's why it's down here. You have that inner. You have the moral compass. You have the structural balance that you set up for yourself. You have the natural balance that you give yourself. And you know that you're in control. You're in control of your intuition. You're in control of your intuition. You just got to tap into that mental clarity because you're pulling up the swords in two spots here. Like we understand like going up, your mental clarity has you at a stalemate, but you have to focus on your meditative state. You have to. I know it's hard, but you gotta, because your inner child is waiting for that. And that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you ever so much for tapping in. I'm glad the algorithm made you find me. If at any point in time you feel like you're a little confused, keep in mind like I tend to once these cards are out, ideas are just flowing. I find things, but I hope that you got something out of this. Do take the time today, during the election week, and the weeks after. Find your balance, both that what is natural and structured. Trust the process. This is just a reflection of what's going to happen. New things will come for you. You know, just stick to it. Understand that there's a balance. I get it. There's a fatigue. You know, you got to get it to your meditative state. Your gut knows you're tired. Just go meditate. You know, find your rest. Find your center. Find your grounding. And at the end, the high priestess your inner high priestess is basically telling you that you need it, because that's how the opportunity will come. And your higher self is basically telling you it's all good. So this has been the Page of Cups, and I appreciate everything. Hopefully the next time you come here, my nails will be done, which means that the world will be all right. And with that, I'll see you in the next time. Bye. Happy holidays. Because you could say that now. It's after Halloween. Happy holidays. Peace out.